Hi everybody, happy Monday, another glorious day out there. This evening is leftover night. As many of you will probably know already, Sunday my partner and I tend to have a relatively nice meal, and usually we have plenty left over. So last night we had a steak pie, not homemade I have to say. I do tend to cheat at the weekend, and we used one that was already in the freezer and it had been bought. We also had some little Yorkshire puddings. I tried to make too many, so they didn't turn out just as fluffy and high as I would normally like them to be, but they were absolutely delicious. We've got a couple of roasties that I'm going to add to what I'm about to show you this evening. I've taken some sweet corn out the freezer and it's just in cold water at the moment. And once I'm ready, I'll actually put that into my oven rather than having the lid up and more electricity being used and also all the heat coming out, because it'll make the room too hot. So I tend to just put it in the oven, which is ideal. And a little gravy left over from last night as well. So the one thing I don't have is a lot of potatoes, other than those two little ones there. So what I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to do my little mini roasties, which you don't even have to parboil first. Now I'm using, apologies, once again, I've shut my dogs out and of course they're now starting to bark. I'm using little baby potatoes because I find them really quick to cook. Now you can, if you wanted to, peel them. I don't really need to, although this one here is particularly bad in bits. And what I've done in the past to make it easier is pierce the potato with a fork. And with your peeler, now unlike some of the chefs on telly who do it this way, and you can lose concentration and you can actually catch your wrist with the peeler. So I find that quite dangerous. So I always tell everybody in my classes, away from you. So what you can do is place the potato firmly on the board and with the fork just steady it, and then in the away motion just peel. So easy and safe. And once you get so far around and you've done that bit, just take your potato out from the fork, put it in the other end and peel. And again, I'm not risking nowhere near my wrist. Okay, so I'm going to put my potato peelings away. I would normally, if I was in my classes, have a bucket or a tub for rubbish. So I'm just going to stick that in my bin just now. Rinse the potato under a little water. And I'm ready. Okay, so if you're going to peel them all, that's what you would do. And now all I'm going to do is cut the potatoes into 4, depending on their size. So for this one here, I'll go lengthwise and then I'll cut each one in half. Okay. Now, I don't have an awful lot and it looks as if I'm being mean, but we're trying to cut down on the amount of starchy products that we eat, plus the fact we've got the leftovers from last night, so I don't think we'll go hungry somehow. Alrighty, so that's my potatoes, and I've already got my frying pan here with a little ordinary oil and some garlic powder. Now I would also normally put chilli into this pan, but as you can see from my board, I have a little fresh chilli here. So it's particularly hot, so I'm going to cut this quite thinly and I'm going to add it to my bowl. I think that's probably enough. To my pan, sorry. Okie dokie. Little pepper. And just a little salt, because you've already got the garlic salt, which can be particularly salty. So I'm not going to put too much of that in. And all I'm going to do, you can hear it sizzling, is just give it a little stir around. And I'm not really needing to keep this on the stove for very long because it's only 5:25. And as ever, we always eat at 7 in this house, or there or thereabouts. So what I'm going to do is just once that's lightly coated, as it is just now, I'm going to take it off and I'm just going to pour the whole lot into my bowl. Now, as many of you are possibly saying, oh, she hasn't greased her dish. And you're quite right, I haven't. Because I've poured the whole lot in, there's going to be plenty oil already in. And if I just shush everything around a little there, I'm actually greasing the dish as I'm going along. So I don't actually have to grease it over and above what's already in the frying pan. And there you have it. So this will go into the oven just now. As probably many of you will remember, my oven is set here at 170, so it's not particularly high. So if I put these in now, which I will do, in the bottom, they can just slowly cook through because they're brick hard at the moment. They've been coated in the oil, so I'm just going to let them roast for the next hour and a half, slowly at 170. I'll keep checking them because obviously if it does happen to cook quicker than I'm expecting, I'll take them out, let them rest for a bit, and then I'll just heat them again through before dinner. I'm going to cover the steak pie that we had last night because it's already browned on the top and I don't want it to heat on the top of the pastry, burn it, and then the meat isn't sufficiently heated through. So what I'll do is I'll cover that. I'll probably put that in around about 6 o'clock, 6:15, and again it's just reheating it. I'm not cooking it as such, I'm actually just reheating it. So by covering it, it's going to give it the chance to heat through without burning the top. The corn I will put into the oven as it is in this dish. This is a Pyrex dish, so it won't crack, in the cold water, and that'll just, again, I'll probably put that in about 6 o'clock as well, and that'll just heat slowly through. And when I am ready to serve, I'll take that out, pour it through a colander, put it back into another dish, this dish probably, and a little bit of butter and some pepper, and then that'll be ready to serve. The gravy can also, in this other Pyrex dish, it can go into the oven and just be heated through as it is, ready to pour over the steak pie when it's heated through. And then the little Yorkshire puddings I will also put back into the oven. These potatoes I've actually forgotten to add in, so they're already cooked, so I'll probably wait until maybe half an hour before I'm ready to serve. By that time these potatoes should be cooked, and then I'll just add these ones in to heat through. And that's it. That's a reheat meal for this evening. Hope you've benefited from that, guys. It's a nice way to sort of have a different meal, albeit you're using some of the stuff that you've maybe had the night before. See you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.